I love coming to the Adelaide Oval, and there's a reason for it. It's one of the prettiest grounds in the world. It welcomes you, and it's got happy memories. I remember it wasn't too far away from here, literally just about there, 20 meters away, that I ran into VVS Lakshman and Rahul Dravid after they'd won their test match. Ajit Agarkar was there, and they had a glass of beer in their hands. Rahul and Ajit did. But that was 15 years ago, and it's time to move on. Sometimes history is good. Sometimes history can just make you feel good, even though it's that far back in the past. So, can India repeat a win here? They should. Do India start favourites? Yes, indeed, they do. Because Australia's batting has never, ever been weaker. I've been coming to this country so many times. I've never once seen Australia's batting as weak as this. My old friend, the Australian off-spinner Gavin Robertson, called it window dressing. But sometimes you can get carried away by one weakness and ignore another strength. Pat Cummins, Josh Hazlewood, Mitch Starc, Nathan Lyon, in my view, in most conditions around the world, is the best bowling attack in the world. In these conditions, they probably are definitely the best bowling attack in the world. And what that means is, for India to start strongly, for India to win the series, the batsmen will have to do what they have to do. We saw in South Africa, we saw in England, helpful conditions, but the bowlers did very well. I'm trying to remember the last time India's fast bowlers did as well as they have in 2018. And so you've got to back the bowlers to do well. It's the batsmen who've got to win it. And in South Africa and in England, the batsmen, with the exception of one person, let them down. That one person looked in good form in the nets, and we were watching, everyone looked a bit shaky. The ball comes on differently here, it's bouncy, and Virat Kohli was playing on a different planet. You don't always carry form in the nets into the ground, but he looked magnificent. But if India's batsman can bat around him, if he can have another big series, and if India can put runs on the board, then India will give their bowlers something to play with. So, do India play 4 bowlers? Do they play 5? I think the thinking is coming round to playing with 4. But what that means is you must have one stock bowler. Maybe Ashwin's that stock bowler. Not a lot at the Adelaide Oval early on, but he'll come into the game as you go along. But each of the 3 bowlers has to come to the party. You cannot have a lazy spell. You cannot have a bowler having an off day when he's 1 of 4, when you have no insurance. So I expect, or India would expect, the bowlers to continue doing well. They're pacey, they're quick. Bumrah is looking very quick in the net. Shami is looking in very good rhythm. Ishant will always be there. Those are the 3. Probably India will play 6 batsmen and a keeper maybe. But this is the best opportunity to beat Australia in Australia. Not just because of the 11 they're putting out, but because of all the winds that are swirling round Australian cricket. So India should win, but will they? It's unfashionable to win away in international cricket these days, and for a reason. Teams play well at home. India have got a fight on their hands, but they should be aware this is the best chance ever to beat Australia.